And illumination is in the house. Excellent. My grandma is printing out the reference as we speak, so I will get that up very soon. Heyo! And I see Midnight's Bloom. Hello! I have water. Staying hydrated today. Not gonna lie, you guys, I have been through a day. Running on about 2 hours of sleep. I got plenty of food, so I was in and out of food comas. But now I'm safely at my grandma's house here in Seabrook, Texas. And this will be my one stream for this one night. From here on out, until further notice, I'll be back in California starting on Monday. Once again, as a reminder, since I do have a commission to work on tonight, that's what's going to be the first thing I do here. I don't have my note cards from earlier, but just to give you some general ideas for those of you who are new to this. Rough sketches like that, they start at 5 and go up from there, but I try to keep them low. We got line art versus with color. Color is going to be +5 to whatever the price is. Upper bodies are between 10 to 15 depending on complexity. This is one of the 15 ones because Sydney is technically colored, as in gray tone. There's a nice rough upper of Ember. Got some headshots for you. These are between, I believe they start at 10 when they're fine line arts. To add a character, you would just add $10 to $15 depending on their complexity and whether or not it's full body or upper body or whatever. And then last but not least, it's a really nice example of a full body sketch. That is just to give you some ideas. For those of you who have been thinking about getting commissions, now is the time. My prices are still very low. I'm going to try to keep them as low as I can for as long as I can. I'm just going to start rough doodling. Thank you, Midnight's Bloom. I'm glad you like that little sketch. It's part of my series. I introduced it in a few streams ago, but I'll talk about it again as soon as I help my grandma out. Alright, you guys, give me just 1 second. I'm gonna help my grandma real quick. Alright, guys. We're good. My grandma got me the reference, so now I can start to use that. You mentioned this character was named Lauren, if I'm not mistaken, and she's a bit of a thick girl, so but she's a bit androgynous, you mentioned that too. So I think I'm gonna do...
Are you gonna print anything else?
Nope, that'll do it for me, miss.
Well, we can always print more tomorrow if you need more printed.
True. You're so sweet, dear Grandma. Well, Annie, to be fair, my grandma's a sweetheart herself, so where do you think I get it from? I'm just drawing the body type first, just because that seems like a wiser move. Annie, just real quick, did you want more like Danny's hands with the little squares, or did you want more feminine hands? Hello, Beansy's Dad 39. Welcome aboard. More like Danny's hands, I think. Okay. I don't know how long I'll be able to keep the prices low, just depending on demand. So if demand stays low, prices stay low. As they go up, you know how the trend goes. I hardly know you, but you seem like a smart cookie. This looks so precious so far. Aw, I'm glad you think so. I know you have the big eye style, so I'm trying to keep to that. Now it looks like she has some freckles. I'm gonna add those. Looks like very small eyelashes at best. Nice and modest. There we go. So mesmerizing watching you draw. Yay. Need to make a better ref. It's alright. She doesn't have freckles. No worries. Oh, come on, pencil. There we go. Where do I want to start the lines? Like, do I want to do it diagonally? Do I want to do it... I feel like it should be like right around here-ish, because I already did the hairstyle based on the human form. Alright, wish me luck. Alright, it's not perfect, but that's fine. That's the beauty of art. Hello, Dip Johnny and Mr. Tommy, come on down. Welcome back. Working on the latest commission. Annie, aka Illumination Artistry, was nice enough to give me this tonight. I'm streaming live from Seabrook, Texas, where my grandparents live. This is my reference, by the way. This was Annie's art. Go check her out if you haven't already. Her art is lovely. It's very stylized, but a lot of fun to look at. And very colorful. I love the colors. So what she requested was a full body with color. This one was more than just a standard full body profile image or anything like that. It wasn't necessarily just expression with the changing of the rings, 2 split designs. I went for a 25 on this one. And then the color just brought it to a nice even 30. I like Danny Phantom. She did good at that drawing. Yes, she did, Beansy Dad 39. So thank you for saying that. And go show her some love. Illumination Artistry is awesome. And she's a super duper sweetheart, so when you talk to her, she blushes like a little tomato, and I think it's the cutest thing. Of course, I've never seen that, so I can't attest to it, but I imagine that's what happens when you compliment her. I mean, I do that too, but let's be real, I blush at anything. Actually, it almost looks like her hair goes all the way down. No, I'm blushing like mad, she says. I've done my job.
Now check this out. Okay.
I apologize for being so quiet. It's not often I have company in the room, aka my grandma. I love her to bits. So she's on her laptop, not too far away from me. This is starting to come together. Come together. Right now. Doom doom. Over me. Boom boom boom. Doom 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 boom boom. And thank you. Yes, I agree. My grandma is wonderful. I know you haven't met her, but she is a saint. She used to spoil us grandkids rotten when we were little. Never forget that.
into the night. I raise my hand to the fire.
Almost like a West Western kind of head shape, I guess. Just a little bit of lower chin, like so.
Baby, let the light shine through. If you believe it's true, baby, won't you?
Also, sorry if I'm mumbling. I don't mean to. I'm thinking aloud and trying to speak aloud so that you guys can hear me and know that I'm not trying to ignore y'all. You know, it's funny, you guys, is that the last few streams that I did re-watch just to see whether or not I found my own stuff entertaining, which I know it's a huge thing that content creators are encouraged to do, because if you don't like watching your own content, then no one else will. That's the general rule. So I was watching my own stuff, and I kid you not, I came to the point in one of my previous streams where I was looking at a drawing of Danny, and I made this weird little sound. I think it was something like, I don't know, it was weird. And as soon as I heard myself say it in the moment, I just cracked up laughing. I hope you guys did too. I just caught myself off guard. I pretty much did. Like, I just 100% was like, what am I doing? It was funny. You know what was funny, guys? I looked up the company Rankin Bass earlier today, just because I was curious what was the first Christmas special they ever made. Because I was thinking it was probably Rudolph, but I wasn't entirely sure. I'm happy I was right. Rudolph was the first Christmas special that they ever did. It wasn't the very first thing Rankin Bass was known for, but it was the very first Christmas special in particular that they made. I wondered about that for a long while. I'm not sure why I did, but I never thought to look it up at all. Levachet Brown made it! Hey girl, hey, what's up? If I get another commission tonight, I will work on that and stay up, even though I'm fighting 2 hours of sleep from yesterday. But, you know, if I don't, then I go to bed and call it a day. Now's the time to force me to stay up and work on some stuff, okay? I promise that even though I'm tired, it doesn't affect my work quality much. I'm totally kidding. Or am I? No, I promise I'm kidding. Get some rest. Annie, make me. I know I'm tired when I'm starting to think about Jimmy Neutron. I used to watch that as a kid. How about you guys? Gonna come over here and bring a pillow. You fly over to Texas, you do that? I believe you then. So, Danny Phantom character. Yes, this is Annie's OC. So, she created an alternate universe idea from Danny Phantom where instead of Danny and the Fentons with the whole ghost fighting thing and whatnot, it's actually a whole different family. But yeah, Annie is essentially the Haffa instead of Danny. So like Danny's kind of irrelevant to the story, if I understood what she was explaining to me earlier correctly. I hope I was. All in all, I thought it was a really interesting idea. So I'm happy to be rolling with it, you know, as the kids say. If you're wondering why I haven't colored in these lines just yet, it's because I noticed in your reference that they are solid green rather than outlined, so I'm trying to keep consistent with that. So I will do that in green to keep it truer to your reference. This is one of the times where I kind of wish I had a ruler, but also I don't care enough to go get one. Probably should, but I won't. It's funny, I don't think you guys can hear him, but my younger cousin Thomas, who's surprisingly an adult like myself, I don't know how that happened, but, you know, people age. Thomas is in the other bedroom, not too far away from here, and I can hear him talking on his headphones. I believe he's playing an MMO game with some of his friends. I might, like, stream bomb him at the end of this, who knows. He's a sweetheart. Alyssa the Otaku is here. Hello! Welcome aboard. I'm just drawing a commission for one of my friends. Okay, also, I don't know if any of you guys watch Ruby on roosterteeth.com, but if you haven't, I would highly recommend it. It might be the only anime-esque show that I ever truly love. And the only reason that I got into it was because I have another cousin here who was a huge fan, and she got me caught up during Thanksgiving, and I very quickly got hooked. But because it's not technically an anime, since it's made here in the States, I was more open to it. And funny enough, I have a little cousin named PJ who is going to be 13 in July. He literally looks like Oscar in... I think he's introduced in Volume 5. The little baby Oscar is pretty much my cousin, but with the wrong colored eyes. PJ is so cute. He really is. Have I mentioned this is just such a pleasure to get a drawing from you? It's been my dream for ages. How many years have you been following me? I feel so bad. I thought you were like a brand new follower for some reason. How long have you known me? How long have I been ignoring your beautiful art and your beautiful face? Now I feel bad. Jeez. Had I known. Oh, hun. Oh, hun, had I known. Well, either way, I'm glad I know now. And my sister watches Ruby. Nice. I would highly recommend it. Give it a shot. The animation in the beginning is garbage, but it gets better over time, just like most shows that get the money and whatnot. I think it's good. I've seen your stuff around for a few years, but never quite got the courage to talk to you. Why not? Were you afraid of me like I was afraid to talk to Butch Hartman and Steven Silver and Risa Yume and Dilly Darn Ghost? I feel so bad. That's such a weird concept to me, like, now that I think about it. And what's funny is that, you know, in that whole idea of, like, you find artists who are what you feel like is light years ahead of you, and they're so talented, like, you could never talk to them, they must be so famous, or whatever. You know what's funny about that is, 100% I understand that feeling. I get that feeling so often, you've no idea. And, I bet you do have an idea. Who am I kidding? But I crack up because it's so strange when you have that mentality of like, I can't talk to this internet artist. They're way too powerful. They're too talented. They must have like 1 million people following them. Look at my follower count, honey. I'm sure I would like to think that I'm talented, and I'm very humbled when people say the things like you do. I really, really do. And, I still have artists I look up to. Like, I still look up to Vivian Medrano, aka Vivzy Pop, on YouTube. Oh my goodness, her work is just I get so excited when I see it, and I'm so excited for her Has Been Hotel project. Like, it looks so cool. And I got the pleasure of meeting her also at CTN, where I also met Butch Hartman, but at a later time. Vivian Medrano I ran into because she had a booth that she was running with one of her friends / minions who works on her projects with her. And I didn't even recognize her face. I'd never seen her face before. I'd never even, I just don't follow up with that stuff. Not because I don't like to, it's just because I didn't even think about it. But funny enough, I saw the art on her table, recognized it from years ago when I fell in love with her Kesha Fanimation video. And as soon as I realized who it was, I was like, no way! Vivzy Pop? And she looks up and she had like teal seafoam blue and black hair at the time, and just, nice glasses, a little hoodie. And she's sitting there going like, hey, what's up? And I'm all like, oh my gosh, I've been a fan of you for years. I remember back when I was in middle school and you were in high school, and I was following you on Tumblr for a long time. I saw your old work on there, and she's like, oh my gosh, the archives. And I was like, oh, right. But I expressed my gratitude for her. I asked her if there's positions open for her team, and she said at the moment there were not, but she was opening up for a new project, which nowadays we know is Has Been Hotel, which has been in production for a little bit. But back then it was just like kind of in the works. It wasn't really fully done. My foot's asleep. Oh gosh. Ow. My foot fell asleep, you guys. Help. Yeah, at the time she was super nice to talk to. Again, total same thing with Butch Hartman, where they were super nice and warm to talk to, so very approachable. So far, I've not heard any controversy about her. I just know that she's a lovely, lovely individual and a fellow highly talented artist. So if you don't know her work yet, go check her out on YouTube. You can look up Vivian Medrano and just find it, or look up Has Been Hotel. It's just really, really cool. J Ski Mart, hey, what's up? Levachet Brown, to me, you give me inspiration. Oh, thank you. Do you have a Tumblr? Oh, I'll be honest, like most young children my age, I abandoned Tumblr many eons ago. And so I do still have it. I never deleted it, but I would say no, I do not have a Tumblr at this point. I primarily just live off of, Instagram, LinkedIn, my email, I guess eBay, YouTube, of course. I don't post much on YouTube, and I'm sorry for that, but I'm going to try to do better about that this year. My goal is to actually make something worthwhile so that I can post it up and start getting a bigger following on my YouTube channel. But we will see how that goes. Right now, I'm just trying to slowly get used to the new year, like most other people. Beansy Dad says, I got a YouTube too. Yo, dude. Nice. I pretty much just have a few time-lapse music videos, some of which were dinged for having copyright stuff, so I can't monetize all of them, but the few that I could, they have like, -5 views, so it doesn't matter. It was kind of boring stuff, I'll admit, because all I did was coloring stuff in Photoshop, which I hate to admit, but I don't find my own videos on that segment very entertaining. So maybe I need to incorporate conversation into those instead, and that'll make them a little bit more readily accepted. I love how sometimes I can do hands like so super fast, like this, and then other times I just can't seem to get them ever. And I'm like, why though? Why does this happen? Bob Delago joined us. Hey, what's up, man? What a mood, hands are tough. I know, right? I don't like my old videos on my channel. I only like my 2 years ago videos, 2018, this year. Looney Tunes and Animaniacs taught me how to draw hands. I get you. Hands are tough. I agree. And that's really cool. Beansy, I'm glad that you are starting to like some of your own content now. That is very important. I'm hoping that I can get a grasp on that. Something is in my eye. Oh gosh. Help. There we go. Okay. I need to speed this up. I am taking way too long. Take your time, says Beansy Dad. Oh, what a lovely thought. How do you feel about Danny Phantom, says Leveshay Brown. Well, that's a great question. I still love the show dearly. I love it and hate it now because, as an adult I look at it and go, yeah, I can see through the garbage, but overall, I do still love it a lot. It's still one of my favorite shows, and even though I do also love Steven Universe quite a bit, I watched the beginning, I think seasons 1 and 2 of both Adventure Time and Regular Show. Both are great shows, and I need to absolutely make a time slot in my life to binge watch those, because I know they're both at an end. Adventure Time is just for now, it's over, but the adventure will continue someday, and I know that. But in the meantime, I should really watch the rest of it. As I was saying, like, aside from some issues with story and whatnot, there's a lot I still love about it, including, obviously, Baby Sydney, no question. But I also really loved the prospect of understanding the characters in a totally new light that we didn't formally see, such as Dash Baxter actually having a nightmare journal that he keeps, which is, like, super weird. And why does nobody talk about that? Because that bothers me a lot. Then obviously the animation quality was not exactly the best 99% of the time. Because then again, Nickelodeon never really had that much of a budget for it. So I get it. They didn't have, like, glitch text budget back in the day. But, it left a lot to be desired. Let's just say that. Now I can start to kind of play with it and get some color. For a minute, I thought it was my Wi-Fi being stupid. Don't you worry, Doverboy. You are fine. It was my connection, too, since I'm at my grandma's and I'm not at home. So everything is different. So you're safe.
Everything's different in Texas.
Everything's bigger in Texas. Also, that's my grandma, if you could hear her in the background, everyone. She is a lovely, lovely woman.
You're such a flatterer.
Well, it's true. Where do you think I get it? Because I certainly didn't get it from Dad. He's funny looking.
Now, wait a minute. That's my son you're talking about.
I know. He always tells me he's just funny looking. And I don't know why, but he thinks that. Yep, the lines are kind of made like seams on her suit. She made it herself. Aw, Annie, that's cool. So she's a seamstress. She's a cosplayer. Oh, this just got 60 times more interesting. Tell me more. I like that idea. She's a cosplayer. Does she do LARP? That'd be great. My mechanical pencil is not working, but that's fine. I'm gonna power through, 'cause I'm an artiste, and artists are good. We use our pencils until they're through. I hope you guys like my song. I still like the running joke of Dad saying, compared to, the rest of his brothers and sister, it's like, I'm such a terrible parent that I had to stop it too. It's still one of my favorite jokes. Such a good dad joke. She just sews for fun. Her friend actually designed the costume. That's cool. Okay, but who's her friend? Hook me up. How did you learn how to draw in that style? Because I need help. Levishay Brown, I'll be honest with you. The next time that I stream, I will be back in my apartment. I will have my sketchbooks from back when I was a kid. Like, I will actually go physically find my old sketchbooks for you and show you the drawings I made back when I was 10, 11, and 12. Well, while the show was going on and I was a wee squirt. And, I'll help you out with that. I'll give you a comparison so you can see where my foundation was. Because I literally I watched the show. I'd do my best to remember what the characters looked like afterwards. And for the most part, yes, my cute little old dart. Her friend is a ghost. But yeah, I would also look at, they had old promo stuff back in the day, pictures in Nickelodeon magazine, and they had cereal boxes and all kinds of just dumb things that I collected because, I was that age. And I kept telling my parents, please, 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 can I have this one thing? And I would tell them, I want to be able to draw from it. It has the characters on it, so I can draw from it. And my parents would be really, really sweet 90% of the time and go okay, you can have that one thing. And I'd be like, yes, oh, thank you. So I learned to draw partly by rewatching the show anytime that it aired on TV and just trying to remember as best I could. And then other times I'd get lucky and I'd find promotional art, from Nickelodeon itself when they were putting those out there into the world. So yeah, I had a weird foundation. I actually did not use the internet as much as I do now for finding references. But I think it was still worthwhile back in the day. But yeah, on Monday when I stream next, I will be sure to bring out my old sketchbook and show that off. So you guys can see my foundations. It'll be fun. Also, Annie recently asked me if anyone can send me fan mail. Besides Danny Phantom, what other Nicktoons do you like? Off the top of my head, I did watch the first few seasons of Fairly Odd Parents before Danny Phantom took over my life and all of my interest. My Life as a Teenage Robot, Jimmy Neutron, because we used to watch that all the time, SpongeBob. I'm sure there's another one I'm just forgetting right this second. I will think about that later. Dang it, I didn't even think about this. Annie, I know how to fix this because since this is white, aka quote-unquote silver in the show, I don't know why it is, but, Danny always has that stupid white stripe kind of thing outlining his hair. So his hair is not snowy white like we all want to think it is. It's a lie. It's weird gray. But yeah, I did watch a lot of Jimmy Neutron back in the day too. Every morning before school, it would be on at 7:30 a.m. So I'd catch that. Jeff Bennett at his finest sometimes. Ugh. I know I watched a lot of Johnny Bravo and Kids Next Door, Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends, but all that is Cartoon Network, so that's different. Dip Johnny joined back in. Hey, what's up? I get you. Also, sorry if I kind of sound in and out, tired / groggy versus energetic and peppy. Like I said, I'm running off of 2 hours of sleep, and it has been a wild time. Now, I'm not going to say it hasn't been a good day. It has been a lovely day. I love all of my cousins, and I'm so happy that they were as happy to see me as I was them. And I'll get to see them tomorrow, too. My cousin, Catherine, who is the third oldest of us, with my late cousin Jason being the second oldest. She's getting married tomorrow, so I just met her fiance tonight. He seems like a very nice dude, so I'm very happy for her. But yeah, I will be attending her wedding tomorrow, which is why I'm not gonna be online much if I can avoid it. I also don't have my laptop with me on this trip because I'm only here for this weekend. So that's why I'm not, I don't have PayPal up next to me or anything. So if you guys are sending me anything as far as, commissions or, emails or anything like that, I cannot check it until after the stream ends, okay? Not because I'm ignoring you, it's just because I only have one platform and Instagram does not let me double screen anything. Like I can't open 2 separate apps, unfortunately. But you guys know how that goes. You know how Instagram works, right? Oh, I watched Billy and Mandy as a kid too. I totally did. What ghostly power do you like? I like Danny's cryokinesis because that's the one power they explained in season 3 that I actually didn't kind of combat at any point. It's the only one that made enough sense to me to go, no, actually that one had build up throughout the entire series. Like since episode 1, we've seen it in his ghost sense and, Frostbite in the realm of the forever frozen, or the far frozen, I'm sorry. They explained how every time Danny had his ghost sense, it was actually just a little bit of his cryokinetic core coming to the surface. And that's just a natural response that he, as a mortal being, has to the presence of other ghosts. And to me, at the time that it first aired and the time that I watched it again many years later, that still makes sense to me. I know some people are like, what? But I think that's the only power that truly makes 100% sense and had foreshadowing from the beginning of the series to back it up. It didn't just come out of the blue, not like the ghostly whale. Ugh, the ghostly whale is a thing. As much as I like that power, I hate it also because it's like, again, it was sort of out of the blue. And it doesn't make sense that Danny was able to use it against Dan Phantom, because it's like, first of all, Danny, that's not your power necessarily. This was kind of like him as a fusion. He developed it, so how in heaven's name can he possibly have that? It doesn't make sense to me. But whatever. It's technically canon, so that's why I still deal with it. Doesn't mean I like it, though. I thought it was an interesting concept. I just wish that it made more sense in the actual show's canon. You know what I mean? That's what bothered me. But I do think it's an interesting power. I think it's something that if he were to actually harness, that would be interesting. Problem is, I need it to make sense. So, that's me. That's my take on it. Alright, though, it was nice to have a power that was explained. Erwin is the best, yo. Do you like Wonder Woman? My mom actually grew up with the 1960s Wonder Woman show, so she is a huge fan. And for me, I do know Wonder Woman. I think, just like how everyone knows Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, Aquaman, all that stuff, no matter what, whether or not you've seen all the movies, read the comics, that kind of stuff, you know who every one of those characters are. It's just pop culture, so it's unavoidable. Just like how most kids know what McDonald's is at a very early age because it's literally everywhere. It's ingrained in our culture. So yes, I do know about Wonder Woman. I've never really seen the original show. I've never seen any of the movies or read the comics or anything, but I do have a lot of respect for her because my mom does. I trust my mom's judgment. She seems like what am I talking? Why would I dare say she seems like a smart woman? She is a smart woman. She's brilliant. My mom has a physicist degree in biochemical engineering, or something very close to that. I can't remember the exact title of it. But yeah, in college, she was like the one blonde white chick in a sea of Asians, as she's told me. So I can't say that coming from my own experience. I'm just saying what she told me. But she jokes about being that one blonde white girl getting this fancy degree. So she is frickin' brilliant. I love her so much. I know that we clash at times, just because we have different personalities and everything. I'm more artistic, she's more logical and analytical, but that doesn't mean that she's not a creative person. She actually was the one, I used to watch her doing little cute doodles and things. Even though they weren't always necessarily good, she always knew how to effectively communicate what she was trying to convey. So if something was funny or cute, she could just draw some little cute tiny doodle and it would look like that emotion. So she was good at that. I kind of inherited the true artist genes, I guess, in the family, which I'm very thankful for. But, aside from how we kind of clash, we're very much like the relationship between Merida and her mother in Brave. But, despite our differences, we still love one another. I would do anything for her. I really would. And same with my dad. I'm very much a daddy's girl, so obviously that's a biased statement. But for my mom, even when we don't quite see eye to eye, she is my whole world. Alright, I think I'm good on that end. Now I can start officially coloring. So, thankfully, that's good. Okay, Levishay Brown, your birthday is on Monday. Awesome! Let's do a birthday stream for you, bud. Now, disclaimer, that does not mean free art. I'm afraid I can't quite do that, but I will answer your question specifically. You'll be my birthday person. I need Poiple. Where's my Poiple? I'm not going to use my white only because I don't want to accidentally ruin this, because that would be lame sauce. I've returned from the Phantom Zone. Welcome back, Doverboy. Nice to see you again. Dude, I love Vlad Plasmia, says Levishay Brown. Same. I mean, like, I hate him for the villain that he is, but I love him as a character too. He was very well written and consistently cunning and dangerous in seasons 1 and 2. And then as soon as Marvel left and Butch took over, of course, all that went straight out the window. But that's fine. It's fine. I really did love him, though. When you really think about it, I love the fact that Vlad is a blue-eyed ghost. Now, I know that he's not the blue-eyed ghost that you see in the present timeline or anything, but when you look at the flashback that showed him in the accident that was in college with the prototype portal, when he came out from that blast, he had glowing blue eyes. Now, funny enough, when Danny came out of the portal, he had the glowing green eyes that are iconic to his character, am I right? But Vlad had the blue. Nobody ever seems to talk about that. And for a long time, I was very confused by that, because I'm like, wait, is that even possible? Like, can you have blue-eyed ghosts? Because I didn't even know. And it turns out, yes. Yes, you can. There is another one. If you watch the episode Control Freaks, at the end of... Oh, wait, that's not the right color. At the end of Control Freaks, when you see that close-up of one of the weird ghosts, so like the little short midget one, when he says the line, "What? We're free?" Like, the way he says that and all that jazz. Look very closely at him next time you watch that, because he has blue eyes. So blue-eyed ghosts may not be very common. In fact, they might be very rare, but they do exist. So the fact that Vlad Plasmius, in his present-day form, has the red eyes, actually, I think that says a lot about his character. I think he's been through just enough, and I think that's a sign of corruption, which is why I find it so interesting. So, let's see. I'm gonna go ahead and... Let's see. Let's see. I hear my other cousins coming in. I bet they're gonna pop in and say hello again. I hope they do, because you guys can hear their cute voices. Hi! Hello! So I'm streaming right now. I'm working on this. Hi!
Natalie!
So I think you guys can hear my cousins in the background. So, by the way, you are welcome to say hello.
Hello!
Hiya! So those are...
Don't move the table. Sorry.
So that's... What you're hearing is my cousins Sophia and Lydia. They are younger than me.
What's enough?
And they're very sweet.
Aww.
There's Albert and Martha in the background. Hi, Martha. Hi. Hugs.
What is it? What are you doing?
I am streaming right now.
That's what she's doing. So don't bump the table, y'all.
Please.
Are you streaming right now?
Yeah.
She is
Do
live.
not bother her then.
No, it's okay. If you guys actually, conversation is very invitable here, because otherwise it's just gross silence. I don't hear any one of my followers, so it's just me talking.
There's a mute streamer I know who usually invites other people into a Discord.
Oh,
voice call with
smart.
her,
Wait, on
so
the
that
stream,
they kind of
can
do
we hear us right now?
commentating while she draws.
That is really cool.
Wait, is that quiet check? Yeah. I didn't know she drew. I wasn't
Yes,
Is that recording right now?
it is.
It's streaming.
And
Those are printed out.
yes, this one is printed out. This is my reference, and then I'm drawing this character in the style. Yeah, one of my followers commissioned me to do this, so she paid $30. I am making it as pretty as I can.
Alright.
And in the meantime, it shouldn't take me too much longer to finish this up. I need to find my purple.
Sweet. That's
Where the
really
heck is
neat
my
looking.
purple?
I like your
Purple.
art.
Thank you. I like it too. Where's my purple? Help.
Grandma,
There it is.
First
Got
thing
it.
Grandma said to me when I walked in was, I heard someone die. I heard about you. I'm like, what? What did I do?
And you're like, no, I'm fine.
I'm like, okay, so it's just now I'm talking.
There it goes.
I was just so worried for a second. It's like I heard about it. So
No.
I was talking.
No, it's all good. You guys are totally welcome to. You guys are welcome to come over and talk and everything. Invite the conversation. So, as you guys can tell, so one of my followers just said, "Yo, what's up, Sophia and Lydia?"
Hello. Wait, they know you?
Overboy.
Yeah, they're
Yes,
they're followers.
We're famous, Albert.
Very, very dear friend of mine. Saying hi.
Yep.
All right.
Who's it?
We're famous.
Someone named Doverboy
Yes,
says
yes,
hello to Sophia and Lydia, and I also have.
How did they know the names?
I said them.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I
That would have been slightly creepy if you had not said our names and they had just said.
I know, right? That would have been messed up.
Yep.
I don't know. But I don't know if you can hear the rest of them, but the loud one in the background is my younger cousin Albert. I have my super cute baby Oscar from Ruby, cousin PJ nearby as well. I might have to actually turn the camera to you at one point real quick.
He does look so much like Oscar.
a lot like Oscar.
It's so cute.
Cute little boy Oscar.
Cute little boy Oscar.
Alright.
Alright.
Please.
Yeah, real
call me that.
real quick. I'm gonna do that.
Oscar's
PJ, wait. PJ, just wave.
Hi. So that's my super cute cousin PJ. He's our little baby Oscar.
Oscar's name's Oscar.
What? Okay, let's see if I can get back on track.
There's a mini army here, yes.
Yes, I have great many cousins, which is why I'm here, and I love them all.
We all love you.
Yay! Okay.
How hard that can be, we can't tell.
Feels. I need to sharpen this eventually. I've been using this green a lot. Right? I'm drawing this character. She's
her own
in
style.
Yes. Well, I'm technically in the Danny Phantom style, but it is stylized even with my own stuff. Thank you. I'm very happy with how it's turning out. I have one of my cousins petting my hair right now, and it feels amazing. Don't stop.
I was like, oh, don't touch Natalie. She's trying to draw. I was like, oh wait.
No, I am a cat.
So is Ria.
Yay. Keys. Let's see. So I've got.
Nice.
So I need to add a little bit more there. Trying to very carefully keep it within the lines right there. This is fun. I didn't expect all my cousins to be here, but I am happy they're here.
Yeah.
They're
Happy you got it
real
kind of
cute.
dropped in unexpectedly.
What happened? What kind of plans changed?
I mean,
Well, Lydia was meant to sleep over there, but
yeah, but
plans changed.
turns out the little ones that were supposed to babysit are not going to be there, so I was not needed there, therefore I was kicked out.
Our little
Nice. Trying really hard to, again, stay in those lines. And I'm drawing at a weird angle I don't normally draw. Usually I draw millimeters away from the page, which is super bad for my eyes, and I don't recommend that to anybody, but that's usually how I draw.
Are you ambidextrous?
I am not.
Because I thought I saw you drawing with your right hand.
No.
Left-handed.
I grab everything with my right hand. So, I mean, I'm ambimobile, but I'm not ambidextrous. Yes, I do. I'm gonna do that.
This is our normal life.
I know, right?
Reunion.
This is
Have to rent a
normal.
mansion.
This is every day for us.
Yeah.
Alright, Martha Gracie, you want to sit
And you know, I'm okay with that.
Family reunion would be huge.
Gosh. It would be, oh my gosh.
Time to rent a mansion.
Like,
I can't see what the comments are looking like, but I imagine...
Someone's talking about, they say, I am a righty, though I can do some party tricks with my left hand that I cannot do with my right.
I don't want to know what that means, but I think that's cool.
She's talking about you, Albert.
Constantly. I'm okay with that. It's very rare that I have this. I very rarely have a built-in fan base. Like, I'll be honest.
you'll always have an audience here.
Whether you like it or not.
I'm okay with that.
Oh. I can bend my left thumb at a 90-degree angle.
Ugh.
That sounds terrifying. Please don't do that.
That's pretty cool.
I mean, it sounds
Well,
cool,
yeah,
but I'm
Lydia,
also
you
like,
can
I
do
don't want
weird
to see
stuff with
that.
your hands too.
There's double times your thumb.
Yeah. I'm not looking at what my cousin just did, but I bet it was gross based on
Very.
based on what one of the other ones just said.
Oh.
Squeamish.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, I know what I am. Yeah, if one of you guys wants to be the comments moderator, I am down for that.
Okay.
PJ can be it.
PJ has such a cool, deep voice for it.
PJ, you gotta narrate it with like a really good,
Really
accent
deep
now.
narrator voice.
Yeah, like, you gotta live up to Kevin Michael Richardson standards.
Yeah, no pressure there.
Yeah. No, I'm kidding. You,
I didn't
you are
even
totally
see
fine.
it, and I'm grossed out.
Accurate.
This is the guy who can bend his thumb like 90 degrees, so
I mean,
impressive, Livia.
it's not really that gross. It's really not.
And someone joined, and they waved.
Who
Wait,
waved?
no, wait, never mind.
Bolton
They
Berryathon.
It's saying
Bolton
that you can.
Oh, yeah.
The unjoined.
Don't worry, this stream will be available for the next 24 hours, so if you guys have Instagram and you want to check it out, you totally can.
That's pretty sweet.
Yeah, listen to yourselves talk, that's always what I do. Like, I'll be honest, that's actually
No,
what I do.
this is
That
an
would not be
ultimate
good.
Chad, says Dover Boy.
I bet my voice sounds really weird on camera.
You're not?
I thought the same for a long time.
My voice is super rude. Anyway, I sound way younger than I am.
And you know what's funny? I used to listen to myself and go, man, I sound like a 12-year-old boy all the time. And then I started playing around with my vocals.
Illumination Artistry says, "Oh, Nat, do you think you could mail this to me?"
Absolutely! Need you ask, my girl.
I'm narrating the comments.
Yeah, and he's doing a bang-up job at it, I must say. But yeah, Annie, absolutely, I'd be happy to mail this to you. I think that's only fair.
Natalie's suitcase right there.
Okay.
Since she's going to be in here.
Oh yeah, I forgot about my suitcase. Thank you, Grandma.
It's okay.
And then they did a smiley face.
I know. I think it's exciting what she's doing.
It actually, I'm having a lot of fun. Like I said, built-in fan base, it's great.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody, just remember, stream with your cousins.
Yeah, see, I'd love that, says Illumination Artistry.
But yes,
Yes,
Annie,
You
do you...
sound like the text-to-speech robot. Yes, I love that.
That's awesome.
They also say, "This looks fantastic, by the way. Absolutely great."
Thank you. Very happy that she
It's
loves it.
super cute.
Oh, thank you so much for brushing my hair. so much, thank you. I play with my own hair way more often than you guys know.
I play with my own hair too because none of my sisters will let me play with theirs.
Rude!
Hey! Excuse you! Okay, for
Yep,
work
I'll let
in the
you.
wedding, that's it. I don't
Awesome.
get to play around with it.
Monica lets you play with her. She's
Yeah, seriously. Okay, and how often do we see Mommy?
Never.
That's a fair point, but enough that you can
Ha!
play. Plus, she lives
Dover Boy says, "Once upon a time, in
Yeah,
Darkland,
and
there was an elf named
Back
Link
then I
who
didn't
traveled
complain.
But
wait, you have
gorgeous
gorgeous
Ganon
hair.
for stealing the king's dinner.
don't want you
Bootleg Jafar then gave him a ride home on his magic carpet. And then Illumination Artistry says, "Stupid phone keeps autocorrecting my stuff."
You
Aw.
sound like you have a cold right now. Are you okay?
No, I'm just trying to do that deep voice. And I sound
He's
terrible.
trying to do that
your
amazing
normal
Ozpin
voice.
voice.
Is plenty deep, PJ.
But is it perfection?
You can try your Oscar voice.
Yes!
I'm not so
Sounds a
good.
bit like this. No, I can't do it. Nah, you really can't. Shut up, so.
I sound like a text-to-speech robot that everyone's messing with.
I just hope that my...
Stupid phone keeps autocorrecting my stuff.
I know that pain. It is not fun.
Someone hearted you.
although I was waiting for Albert. What? Oh, I was waiting for Steven. Go now.
Someone,
Someone should be in bed.
somebody do a hand.
Donut Cake 77 joined.
Yay, donuts, cakes, back!
Donut
Yay!
Cake 77 waved.
Yay! I love donut cakes. In both real life and also that user. Very great user.
No Voice says, "Can you believe the Animaniacs reboot come out next year?"
Animaniacs.
Animaniacs.
Miranda
You guys
Maniacs.
have everything you need. I'm going to go in my room.
Okay, love you,
Good
Grandma.
night, Grandma.
Love you, Grandma.
You kids all have a good time today?
We
Yes,
did.
very much. Can't wait till tomorrow.
No, when
Illumination
Catherine's all
Artistry
grown
says
up.
there's an
She's the first girl to get
Animaniacs
married.
reboot.
There is an Animaniacs reboot.
Dover Boy says, "Yeah."
It will be, if I'm not mistaken, I believe it will be on Netflix.
Oh heck!
And it should be coming out in February or March of 2019.
Coming
so
on
it's like,
Hulu in 2020.
oh, okay. So I was a little off.
Maybe I do have a bit of a cold. That sounds
Oh,
different.
heck.
Also, please let me know if any of my users, for any reason, put anything that's inappropriate in my comments, because I can report those comments.
Sweet.
Not that I expect anyone to do that,
Yeah, that's
but
right.
you never know.
We're the chat police now.
We're chat people now.
Thoughts as far as they're concerned.
I want a badge.
You got the
Alicia Brown
Colin code.
says, "I'm about going to leave the stream. See you Monday."
Oh, cool. Have a good night, Levishay Brown. You take care.
Overboy says, if I swear a swear word in the chat, can you get your youngest cousin to read it? I love that.
Well, the youngest cousin right his second is 12, so I would highly recommend you not do that, please.
JK, though.
Okay, good.
Please put these in there.
Yeah. Peter accidentally read it aloud.
I've accidentally.
That's
Instagram.
never happened before.
Can you?
Punch him through the phone.
I'll just punch the phone, see if that reads it.
No! Well, this is an old phone.
Going to lose.
Wait, is that filming?
Got a loser phone.
Yes, it's streaming live. Junior, please.
Hot Belgian Fools.
Well,
Ha! Cute. Waffles. The accursed word.
you're on thin.
Oh no.
No, just put pictures of dolphins. I'll get what that means.
Oh no.
Squidward is a so good. Never stops being funny to me.
Fun fact, my friend Jake and met Tom Kenny at an event last
Friend
year.
Jake and I met Tom Kenny at an event last year.
That's really cool.
I shall now pass it off to Lydia for a bit while
Sure.
All right, the youngest one is now in bed, unfortunately.
Overboy says number 11.
Getting out of bed.
Oh, never mind.
He's getting the
Okay.
littler ones in bed.
Our cute baby Oscar boy is coming back soon.
Little kid.
Do your friends also watch Ruby?
I'm so glad you got me into that, honestly.
Little kid.
It's the best.
Now you get into Voltron.
No. Oh, Sophie, you just friggin' bumped her.
It's okay. Somehow I didn't die.
And not Voltron, no.
No, yes,
That can't compare to Ruby.
it's true.
Duh.
Then critical role.
No. Donut Cake 77 says Billy Dilly should have lasted longer, by the way.
Who?
Billy Dilly.
Billy did it.
Billy Dilly.
Billy did it.
Billy Dilly.
I don't know what that means, but I like it.
I
gotta-
like your garnet.
Thank you. To everyone who's wondering why he just said that, I'm wearing one of my little tiny bottles of Garnet, which I will probably not be able to show off because I'm trying to finish this, but maybe if I have time by the end of this stream, I will show that off.
Doverboy says, fun fact, the scene with Mr. Krabs yelling swear words after stunning his toe, stubbing his toe, was actually Clancy Brown saying actual swears, they literally censoring in the same way that adult cartoons do.
Well, what's funny is that wasn't Mr. Krabs, that was his mom. That's the funny part. My poor old foot. Mother! What? It's Old Man Jenkins and his jalopy. So good. Howdy, Mrs. K!
Friggin' autocorrect.
I have returned from the void.
Yay!
Of course you have.
I'm Mr. Walt.
It's okay.
That recent Disney show by former SpongeBob alumni Ayrton Springer.
Huh. I don't know what to make of that one.
Don't Take 77 says, that's Billy Dilly.
Billy Dilly. No! We're out of toothpaste! That's a sad day.
I didn't teach you how to make cereal. First, you grab the milk and oh my gosh, we're out of milk.
Alright.
I wonder how many of Natalie's followers are leaving because of us.
What do you mean? They're all still there.
Are you sure?
Please clap.
Doverboy, there was an earlier scene in the episode where Mr. Krabs stubbed his foot, causing him to say every swear word, prompting SpongeBob and Patrick to tell Krabs
that
no.
one. Daddy, I gotta beat it.
Illumination Artistry says, my tiny dog keeps attacking me. Doverboy says, he said actual swears during the recording.
Oh, that scene. That's funny. Oh my gosh. Clancy Brown is now a king in my eyes. That's crazy.
Hey, aren't you supposed to be in bed?
Courtney E. Munoz joined.
Oh, Courtney Muniz. That's one of my former coworkers. Sweet. Hi, Courtney.
And they wave.
She very often likes to come up to my stream. She also wants to commission me, and I hope that she has the money to do so soon. But obviously, there's no rush. Because I know that she's got 2 kids to
And
take
you got a
care of.
heart. Yay! Courtney says, hi, Natalie.
The one you hear narrating.
Greetings, Courtney. I do.
Yes. The one you hear narrating.
77 says, thoughts on Harvey Street, kids? I love the super cute designs and the aesthetic is lit. Courtney
Aesthetic is lit.
Muniz says, oh, nice. Wow, nice. Doverboy says, you're at Grandma's cottage? Go up into the attic and see if there are 4 penguins piloting a toy spaceship.
No.
Illumination Artistry says, "Oh, this is totally out of the blue, but how do you feel about drawing muscular characters? If I ever got another commission, it'd probably be of older Laura, and she is buff as hell."
Oh, hun, have you seen my pictures of Dan Phantom? I have no problem with drawing buff characters. I would draw Jasper from Steven Universe in a heartbeat
Courtney
if
says,
someone
"My
wanted
kids
that.
say your art is so great."
Aw, thank you, Courtney. I appreciate that.
And Courtney's kids.
Yes, Courtney has 2 kids. They're super cute, even though I've never met them in person. But she takes care of them, and that's why she's not commissioning me
She says,
right this
"You're
second."
welcome."
And that's totally okay because she's trying to be a good mother.
Illumination Artistry says, "Oh, yes."
I feel pretty good about that, actually.
I really am the text-to-speech robot.
I'm okay with that. That feels,
And then
feels good.
Illumination Artistry says, "Kiddos."
Kiddos.
The kiddos! Yes!
Stop sounding human, Lydia.
Please don't call me that.
Please
Little cute
don't
boy,
call
Aslan.
me that. I love Nora. She's
Who's
so
your favorite
cute.
character, by the way?
Yeah, who is your favorite character?
No
got
question.
another
It's got to be Crow.
Oh,
He has
yes.
the
Mine.
You are getting a lot of hearts and bubbles.
Yes, Crow, you get it. Oh, I love Crow. She's the
Nora's
best.
Crow
my
is like
favorite.
the equivalent to Ghost Rider as far as like sexy voices go, and I'm angry about it.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Why must he be hot?
That's a lot of hearts.
It is a lot of hearts. I'm happy
Silverboy
with
says,
that.
"Make your cousins impersonate Daffy Duck."
Good luck.
I elect Lydia.
No.
I elect him. Come on, come on, Luke.
I say,
Please?
"Not it."
No. Not
Not
it.
it, Luke.
Luke's leaving. He's leaving the room.
Come on, can you
He's waving
impersonate
goodbye and
Daffy
he's
Duck?
leaving the room.
Luke, please. Okay, well, not it.
I already said not it
I already
first.
said that.
No, we just
That's just not. How
said
about that?
Yeah,
she's
let's
No.
not.
Doverboy
Oh, wait, you
says,
got done?
Let's see. What?
I
Anything else you want me to write or
I haven't heard
put on
Daffy
here?
Duck in years.
Miss Annie, do you want anything else on here, or are you good? Does this please you? Art thou not amused? Do, 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 do.
Your call is important to us.
Luminary Artistry says,
This turned
"Oh,
out
now, this is a-
fantastic.
Thank you so much.
Yep, it's good.
This really means the world to me."
Okay,
He
well
says,
then, in that case, I have to put.
Now,
Looks like Grandma's.
and they say,
And
"Sorry,
Grandma has
my
the best
Wi-Fi is
handwriting.
crap."
Yeah, your handwriting does look like Grandma's.
There we go.
Sweet.
I left you a little note. And,
Pretty.
I don't know if you guys noticed, but I absolutely changed my Instagram name recently. So I am no longer NJ Fosdick. I am now Nat Your Average Nerd. And yes, that is a play on words.
That is great.
Oh, this is so cute. All my friends are cute.
I
Yay!
noticed.
Okay, so like I said, Annie, please DM me your address so that I can send this to you.
Doverboy says, "Isn't she?"
I would happy to do so. Okay. In the meantime,
Will do.
too, I should mention, since I'm not going to be back in California until Monday, I am going to probably have to wait until then to send it out, but I will have it ready and everything. I'll be able to get that for you. And in the meantime... my neck! And in the meantime, because we mentioned it earlier, one of my cousins was saying how much he liked this. Now I can't get it undone. There we go. This is the little necklace bottle that he fell in love with.
It has
I don't know if you guys
Garnet
can
in it.
see that.
Illumination Artistry says, "All right."
Here, she can read it now, PJ.
There we go. There's some clarity. I
real
make these
pretty.
little tiny bottles. This one is filled with garnet because it's January. Did you ever tell your cousin about the time you met Bill Farmer? Well, that's going to be a story for later. We just watch live streams every night to watch you draw. I think everyone else can agree on that. Aw, Courtney! Oh. Oh, that's so sweet. Thank you.
That's adorable.
One of my cousins braided my hair, and I feel wonderful.
I didn't braid it. I braided it and then undid it, then braided it and undid it. I braided it a lot. You should braid it.
How
and
much
put it
are
in a
those
hair.
necklaces? Says Courtney.
Oh, these little tiny bottles are only $5. The necklace lanyards they come on that I wear all the time and I make personally. Those are just $1, so total with that would be $6. But yeah, that's good. Is there anything else anyone wants me to do tonight, or can I just go back to...
I know we do.
My cousins do, that's for sure. I have no way of playing it, sadly. Courtney, I definitely want one of those necklaces.
I wish you could play, but
we got our
always
Wii
fixed.
back, but
Courtney, tell me
we
which
need a new
kind you
cord.
want. Like,
Like
what stone are you
Mario
looking
Kart.
for? What color? I'll bring some for you. And then in the meantime, I'm gonna finish
Mario
up.
Kart is not a color. But
It is not a color, but
Oh,
that's
I play
fine.
Mario Kart. It's so fun.
If so, what color would it be?
All right, now that I've got the commission one done, now I can work on this.
amethyst, she says.
Amethyst? Oh, I have a ton of amethyst, hun. I will bring you whatever. In the meantime, I have this horrifying four-eyed freak to work on, but I love him. Who am I kidding? I love him. I shouldn't love him, but I do.
Doverboy says, I got a Switch at my place. I'm gonna get MK8 Deluxe soon.
Woohoo!
I've played that.
Used
It
to have
is
a
cool.
Switch.
That
No,
sounds
we don't-
fancy.
We don't own it, but our cousins do. Cousins
Yeah,
of cousins.
I recently made this horrifying fusion character, just mostly just for fun because I wanted to revisit the idea. But I started coming up with his personality, and I'm happy about him. He has major anxiety and a very strong guilt factor that makes up most of his personality, unfortunately. So whereas he seems, like if you look down here, it seems like he's all super cool and
See if
whatnot.
the
but-
Switch is indeed it. Lumina
Aw,
Tistry
thank
says,
you.
Good. Wow, your fusions are fantastic.
I try real hard. So you can't really probably read that, but it says Index 3.0. That's the nickname I call him. His full name is Insidious Dexter. And that's because he's supposed to be a concept fusion of Sidney Poindexter and Ghost Rider. And I did explain this briefly in some of my other private chats on Instagram within the last 2 days. But, I haven't any plans for him to.
Courtney
Believes
says,
this.
oops, got kicked off Instagram.
That happens. Yeah, but this guy in particular was just really fun to play with as far
Doverboy
as.
says, remember Fusion
designs.
Fall, lol.
Lol, remember that on Cartoon Network? Oh, back in the day. Oh man, I remember that. What are my cousins doing over there?
Cussing loudly and
Oh, that's
screaming at the computer.
Thomas.
Oh, Thomas.
Ho, Thomas.
Typical Thomas.
Doverboy says, they made Dexter into an anime
Classic
pretty boy.
Thomas.
Who dat? Oh, Dexter from Dexter's Lab. Okay, I was like, wait, what Dexter? I don't have a picture of Ghost Rider, unfortunately. Not with me, at least. But, so Sidney Poindexter, this kid.
Oh.
And then Ghost Rider is a different one.
Oh, okay. No, I get it.
But I'll show you a picture of him
It's
later.
because he's like
No,
Ghost
yeah.
Rider, except
Yeah.
writer.
I know, right?
That's pretty
So clever.
That's awesome.
But yeah, I had way too much fun doing it. This was no purpose, by the way. Honestly, this is just
No, it
I was
looks
having
amazing.
fun. So as I was kind of mentioning briefly about his personality and like why he's built up of this anxiety
Donut
and
Cake
everything.
77 says, it's a Netflix cartoon, by the way.
That's awesome.
Huh. So Index for short.
Stevie Amber joined.
Well, hello, Stevie Amber. Welcome aboard. I hope you're enjoying this hilarious, weird drawing of one of my characters freaking out. This is a fusion baby. He's a whole mess of problems, and that's why I love him. I shouldn't, but I do. What do I care?
Doverboy says, if you have time and Hulu, show your cousins Animaniacs, please. It's a god tier cartoon. You guys trust me.
No, I believe that. I've heard nothing but incredible things about Animaniacs all my childhood. I just very rarely
Illumination
was one of those kids.
Artistry says, hold on, gonna leave for a second. My phone is lagging like crazy.
No worries. I've been there. My phone has been doing that lately too. I think it's because my storage is full, and I physically hate all of it. It's not time for a new phone yet, but I probably need to up my plan.
Courtney says, I used to watch Animaniacs all the time as a kid.
Nice. Yeah, I remember it being a really good 90s cartoon for sure. I just never watched it as a kid. Not because I was deprived or nothing. I just totally missed that boat. But again, I know it's good. Hear nothing but incredible things. I've seen nothing but incredible things when I've seen
Courtney
clips.
said you'd love it.
I know I would. That's the worst part. I'm like, look, I already have enough fandoms to be a part of. I don't need anything more. I know, right? I just got into Ruby. Isn't that enough?
Courtney says, Scooby-Doo.
Ruby Dooby Doo, my buds. Least favorite character so far?
Yeah.
I mean, the only one I can really say... I say this as I make a really weird, exaggerated anime face. I guess maybe just...
Like where you do, man, says Doverboy.
I like what I do too, thank you. I would probably have to go with, what's
Cinder?
her name? No, not Cinder. I like Cinder's
Salem?
character. Not Salem. I love her character.
Her character's be great.
She's like so well designed as a villain. Like I got chills when I saw her.
Is it a bad guy?
What's his name? Blake's ex-boyfriend.
Oh, Adam.
Adam. Yes, Adam. I hate him.
He's so
Me too.
I
He's
think my
the
favorite cartoon
absolute
on Nick
worst.
would,
such a
would have had to be Doug growing up.
I hate
Says
him.
Courtney.
I know when he's like obsessive and controlling and stuff, and I'm like, no, I want none of you.
And then like
know,
once, and
terrible.
then once Blake finally is like, I don't really care, he gets like so whiny.
I know, and she's just like, I moved on. What's your problem? And I'm like,
exactly.
oh, eat it.
Oh.
I got so mad when, well, not to give anybody spoilers, if you haven't seen it, but
I'm supposed to
I
tell
got so
you
mad about it.
I'd like my cane back.
Yes!
Only line I can remember.
Good to see you again, Oz.
Ah.
I found him.
Found it.
Found him.
The Crow is awesome.
Yeah,
Did you get drunk again? Maybe.
maybe.
I think
Terrible.
Terrible could use a little help.
Alright, see ya.
I did it.
Faceplant.
Yes.
I love Crow.
He's amazing. I'm angry because he's so good looking.
Found him.
Luckily, that's not plugged into anything, so it doesn't matter. As long as my phone
Doughboy
right here
says
stays
off
charged.
topic, but 321 penguins was my jam.
321 penguins. What is that? Oh my gosh, I'm already down to 2 minutes left. Ugh. What a terrible thing. I better hurry up and finish
Of a
this.
time stream?
Yeah, Instagram automatically kicks you off after you've been streaming for more than, for about an hour. Like, an hour is the limit at a time. It is annoying. It's super annoying. But I think it's just to limit the amount of people. Like, they don't want people doing 24-hour streams on Instagram.
Boy says VeggieTales too, but what inspired me is what inspired me to draw. Then Courtney says, I was gonna say, what is 321 penguins?
Yeah, I was about to say, I'm like, what is that?
Boy says it's 3, 2, 1 penguins.
Oh.
I know it.
I still don't know what that means, but I trust that it's good if you like it. Let's see, where can I go with this arm? I mean, I can't go
Then they
anywhere
say,
with this arm,
oh.
but you know what I mean. Found him. Still makes
What are
me
you
laugh.
doing?
Checking something.
He's just having a grand old time.
PG, would you watch any Voltron?
I know, I'm going to check something.
I'm not gonna lie, I was thinking about both Moana and Prince of Egypt the entire way I was on the plane ride. I want to watch both of those. I don't know
I
why.
haven't seen Moana yet.
I know. She's been waiting for me, and I'm like, please, let's watch it. I'm
Have you
singing
ever heard
it for her.
Victoria try to sing Let It Go?
I have not.
Not Let It Go, sorry. How far?
Courtney
It Go.
says,
far?
what network was that show on? And my kids are obsessed with Moana.
Good movie.
Yeah, I don't know what 321 penguins is. It's not a no. So I'm going to find it in the scripts. Courtney
Boy,
says,
5 seconds remaining.
Maddie was Moana for Halloween.
I'll be right back, guys. Because my phone does not like
Telling
when I
your
have.
followers that you've started a live video.
Yeah, when I.
One, donut cake 77 ways.
Welcome back. Again, sorry, I kind of lost track of time there.
3 seconds.
You know how it is. Oh, Instagram.
And Courtney waves as well.
Yay, Courtney's back. Oh, what's funny too is these notifications, like when they say who's joining, those don't show up later when you're rewatching the stream. I found that out after.
Illumination
watching
Artistry says, tail. And Courtney says, of course.
them. Hi.
And now it says donut cake 77 joined.
Yay. I like donut.
They're officially here.
I'm so glad. The party can start.
Wait, PJ, are we officially here yet?
No.
Were
I'm
we
just
ever
the voice
gone?
in the- Dover boy joined.
I'm just the
We're
voice
not
in your head.
actually here.
They're my thoughts as well as yours.
Donut cake 77 says you didn't take a train to Texas. Probably would have been more scenic.
Ah, no. I take a flight like most humans. You know how it is.
Wait.
But are we human? Or are we dancer? Not gonna lie, I love having my cousins here. This is making my chat life a lot
We love
easier.
having you here.
I missed you. I know it's only been like 6
6 weeks.
since we last saw you, but
But still!
it felt
Courtney
like
says,
a year.
but you're a noodle? Donut cake 77 says, dang, train rides are nice.
I know.
I've never been on a train.
Trains are
And I
good.
only barely remember ever being on a plane. You, PJ, was a baby.
Dang.
Dover Boy says, VeggieTales and 321 Penguins were both released via video DVD, but you can easily find them both on YouTube. Illumination Artistry says, Ack, how long do you think you'll keep streaming? My phone is about to die, but I'll definitely come back if you're still here in an hour or so.
I would say grab yourself a charger. I'm gonna be going until either I pass out from exhaustion or the rest of my cousins leave me. So one of the two. Or if I run out of things
Courtney
to draw,
says
but I have
thanks,
plenty of paper.
Doverboy, and Doverboy says The Prince of Egypt is one of the best movies ever made,
Right?
which I agree with.
I like that.
It's actually the only religious film I've ever seen as a kid and still love incredibly as an adult.
Doverboy says anytime, Courtney, and Donut Cake 77 says train travel is underrated. To be honest,
It is. I also wish it was more affordable. That's the biggest issue with it. Because I would love to take the train more often. The problem is, it's expensive. It's actually less money to fill up my gas tank and travel by car than it is to travel by public transit, like the Metro or the Amtrak.
Illumination
And I'm angry about that.
Illumination Artistry says, alrighty, my sister is using my charger, but I'll see how long I can last.
Whatever floats your boat, Annie. Don't feel bad. Again, don't worry. You know my streams will stay up for 24 hours. If you can't catch all of it right now, I promise I won't talk too much smack about you when you're gone.
Charge it with flaming passion.
Yes. Fuel it with love. That would actually be pretty great, not gonna lie. I hear someone singing in the shower and it's cute.
No, that's Martha.
Aww.
Lydia's in the shower. Martha. Right?
And they're off.
Yeah, Martha's singing.
Aw, that's cute.
Okay. Illumination Artistry goes, yeah!
Singing.
And Donut Cake 77 goes, NGL, Amtrak needs more stations and routes, by the way.
I'm actually okay for now, but I appreciate you offering. Unless you're talking about those little cute, whatever those little rolls are in the fridge, those little like hammy cheese ones.
Courtney says,
Wait,
my
you
mom,
haven't had any yet?
No.
my mom took the train from here, Cali, to
you.
Canada and loved it. Doverboy says, VeggieTales and 3-2-1 Penguins are also both religious-based shows. Unlike most religious cartoons, VT and Penguins are generally well-written and a lot of really witty, bizarre humor.
That's cool. I remember watching,
Doverboy says, kind of like Sesame Street and the Muppets, humor-wise. I shall attempt to be back in like 30 seconds.
no worries. My cousins have left me. Don't worry, they're fine. They'll be back pretty soon. But yeah, I love. If anyone ever wonders, I love the Prince of Egypt. What's funny is that I actually didn't know it was a religious movie back as a kid. Like I found that out when I was like 17 or 18.
Charmed from the void.
Yes.
Courtney says, nice, and then says, I've seen VeggieTales. That's a good show. My kids watched that.
Aw.
Here's your tiny mallet.
Yay, tiny mallet.
Doverboy says, I have a collection of VHS DVD tapes, like over 25 of them.
Oh my gosh, that's a lot.
Doverboy says, it was literally my childhood.
Oh my gosh, I get that. Yeah, mine was 100% Danny Phantom and Kids Next Door. That was like...
Courtney says, currently my
Majority.
kids have been obsessed with Pinocchio and has been watching that back to back.
Oh, dude, Pinocchio's a great film.
Donut Cake 77 says, fave Jim Cummings voice?
Ooh, that's a really good question. I would have to say probably Pete, you know, from the Disney Mickey and Friends series, just because he's so good in that role. Like, one, animation for Pete has always been top notch, so I'm upset because it always looks good, and he, like, every time he moves, the animators manage to capture him in such a way that's like he's always like lumbering about, like you can feel the weight of him. And then
Says, there's a Pinocchio emoji, haha.
that's cute.
That she put it up. Donut Cake 77 says, cat from Cat Dog for me. He sounds so normal. Doughboy says, you're a good mother for showing your kids classic Disney films.
Absolutely, I agree with that 100%.
And enter Hamroll. Courtney says,
you.
Cat Dog.
Ham rolls.
Granny made him. Makes the best. Courtney says, thanks.
Yum, 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 yum.
Oh, your tiny gavel.
I got my tiny gavel. Everybody order in the court.
Courtney says, I love Disney movies.
Okay, good.
Okay, question on my part. Will people be able to watch this from the beginning?
Yes.
Okay.
So the nice thing about Instagram is, like, when I hit share, it'll automatically show up in my feed for the next 24 hours. So if you missed the beginning or any part of this, and you want to catch whatever was going on, all the shenanigans, family time, all that fun jokes that we're doing, by all means, you can rewatch the video.
Courtney says, next up is the Aristocrats. Donut Cake77 says, one of my favorite Charlie Adler voices is Cowardly Lion from the Wizard of Oz DIC cartoon. He did a great Bert Lahr impression. And Doverboy says, court dismissed, bring out the dancing lobsters.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Judge Trudy. Court dismissed, bring out the dancing lobsters. Do 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 do. So good. Okay, but can we talk about the bailiff? Bailiff!
Midnight's Bloom joined.
Hello, Midnight. I love you.
Courtney says, ha ha ha.
Dude,
Sound
the
like
Amanda
a
show was lit.
Sounds like a robot. Ha. Ha.
I am Bot. Welcome, valued
Courtney
customer.
says, you're a great narrator, Natalie's cousin. Doverboy says, my favorite Charlie Adler character is definitely the red guy.
The red guy. The red guy from what?
Midnight's Bloom says, hey, want to see what awesome stuff you're working on?
Yes! I'm working on my fusion child that shouldn't exist, and that's why he's looking like this. He's terrified of the idea of anybody seeing him ever, so he literally will only exist if his counterparts are 100% alone. And the moment they hear anyone, even if it's a false alarm, they split immediately. And it's just overwhelming anxiety. So he's got problems with guilt.
Doverboy says, cow and chicken / I am Weasel.
Oh my god, Weasel. I am Weasel.
Midnight's Bloom says, I can only stay for about 5 minutes before I have to shower.
That is okay, my dude. I saw your
Sabina
work
joined.
earlier. I want to make sure this doesn't...
Sabina joined. And
What?
Midnight's Bloom, oh boy.
That explains a few things. Okay. Huh. I gotta be really...
Make sure what doesn't fall.
This, because this is actually
Also, thank
too,
you the person who said I
too
was a good
heavy for
narrator.
this, so that's why I put everything propped up against it.
Oh.
So yeah.
What happened when you first tried it?
Well, luckily it was before I started streaming. I was testing it out. But, you know.
Nation says anxiety too. And
I
Midnight's
know.
Bloom says anxious boy I love.
Yes, what's cute about him is that, like, you see him up here and he's all like, ha ha ha, I'm good, I got this. He's confident in himself, but the moment someone else is there, even if they're not, you know, there, like, if they're nearby enough that he can hear someone, he freaks out and just gone, no question. And then he feels awful the next time he comes together because, you know, both of his counterparts feel like they shouldn't be doing this, they shouldn't be, you know, engaging like this.
Doverboy
So-
says the funniest thing about Red Guy is how he has different disguise in all of his appearances, yet he still has the same funny personality.
So yeah, that's what this little sketch is for. I'm gonna work on this a little bit later, but one of his counterparts is constantly thinking in the back of their mind, we shouldn't be doing this. So on the surface, Index himself winds up truly believing that, taking it to heart and thinking, I shouldn't exist. And it's just so sad. He's not a bad boy. He's just afraid of anyone knowing that he is around. So yeah, he doesn't necessarily exist in my series, but that doesn't mean that he doesn't exist ever. Who's to say? We just never see him on screen.
Illumination Artistry says, oh poor boy, hug him.
I would hug him. I'm gonna one of the blank space up here later. But right now I'm gonna finish.
Midnight
this
Bloom says, sad.
I feel like I should color this one, honestly, just for me. Just for me. Where's the pink? First. Come here now. Come here. There it is. Ow! I didn't actually hurt myself. I just said ow out of habit. You know that feeling?
I do that.
Sad!
You know,
Who wrote that?
Donut Cake 77 says, them played bell buttons though. Plaid.
Yes! Yes, the tweed pants returns! I love the tweed. So good. Excuse me. I didn't want it in me. I didn't want it in me.
Midnight Bloom says, someone sit this boy down with a warm blanket, hand him a cup of cocoa, and give him a good book to read. Doverboy says, you guys ever watch The Emperor's New Groove?
Yes!
Heck
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Heck
Throw
yes.
my groove.
Doverboy says, I love that movie.
Emperor's Groove.
I'm sorry.
I love that he's still hanging there by the time Pacha comes up, and he's like, whoa, are you okay? Yo, I'm fine. It's not the first window I've been thrown out of, it won't be the last. Okay.
Donut Cake 77 says, then again, Poindexter is from the 50s, so that's a different style of fashion.
It is. It is. But he's still cute.
You did that on purpose.
You did that.
Doverboy says, what's his name?
His name is...
Cusco.
He's the king of the world, Cusco! Exponentially, Cusco! Dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee.
Midnight Spoon
Ah.
Pong.
She threw off my group.
I'm sorry, but she threw off the Emperor's group.
The little long shot of him falling from the window. I'm like, okay,
That's a tall window.
that's quite a thing. My word. I love that he's got the purple. He's so cute like that. He absolutely should have purple specs. I know, I want them. Oh yeah, I forgot his freckles. Oh gosh.
Yeah, BJ has a lot of freckles. Like little cute boy outfit.
As Grandma calls it, the spattering of freckles. And I'm like, that's precious, Grandma. She's so
I used to have a lot more freckles. I still have freckles, so.
Doughboy says Kronk and Yzma are the highlight of the whole movie.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Kronk is the best.
Illumination Artistry says
Why do we
absolutely.
even have that lever?
Why do we even have that lover?
Is this my voice? Is this my voice?
Hello. So good.
Oh, we need to watch that again.
Absolutely.
I don't
We've
know.
seen it, like, my family has seen it a million times.
Illumination
Yzma.
Never
Artistry
gets old.
says
What? Oh!
Also,
This had
Kuzco,
better be good!
also, Kuzco is the best Disney princess.
Oh my, absolutely. And let me
Donut
guess,
Kid
you have a
77
great
says Nothing
personality.
against his VA, though.
I know, right? No, his VA was so great. I will always love that part, though, when he's like picking up ride kind of thing. And he's going like, no. Don't like the hair. No. She's too plain. And let me guess, you have a great personality. And I was like, dang! Ruthless. That was the funniest, though.
My favorite, I think my favorite part was when Yzma and Kronk went to Pacha's wife's house.
Remind me again how you're related to Pacha. Oh, I'm his second cousins and twice removed.
You seem more like a great,
No,
great,
you don't
great,
seem like my
great-
great aunt. You seem more like my great.
So good.
Great. Are you through? Great aunt.
Wow.
Doughboy says, fun fact for you kiddies out there, Yzma turns into a cat as a reference to her voice actress Eartha Kitt in her performance as Catwoman on Batman 1966.
Really?
I did not know that.
That is quite interesting. Thank you for the input.
Sound like a robot.
I am hiring you as one of my voice actors. There's no question.
Yay.
As soon as you're of legal age, we are going to have some fun with
What
that.
is legal age?
Whenever I
Illumination
have
Artistry says,
something
wait,
to tell him
was
to do.
Yzma's VA Eartha Kitt?
Was it? No way.
That's what they say.
What?
That's what Doughboy says.
No. Just no.
Next time we watch Emperor's New Groove, I'll keep an eye on the credits.
Yeah, defo. I feel like I should
Doughboy
give
says, yep.
I know that...
Illumination Artistry says, oh.
You know what? I'm going to give him blue. I think that's going to look way cuter on him. I know that neither Ghost Rider nor Sydney have blue on them, but I'm adding blue.
Illumination
No,
Artistry
even
says,
better.
holy crap.
Teal.
I love teal.
I never used
Pink is
this.
my favorite, though.
Yeah, I
Pink is
never,
my favorite
I never
color.
used teal. I
Hey,
should.
Nat, what's your favorite color?
I like purple. Specifically, like lavender and violet shades. Those are like the prettiest.
I like
Illumination Artistry says, oof, if you can just call me Annie, my username is long. Fine. Donate. Cake77 says, I want to do this shady crossover where Vlad menaces Luna from Loud House.
How dare you? That cracking noise you may or may not have just heard was my younger cousin Sophia cracking her knuckles. So fun fact for all you friends out there.
It's even better when I crack my neck and it goes.
Right? Dude, that's me in the morning. This is probably really good.
Annie says, look at the colors on this boy, he's adorable.
He is adorable. He's also, this is kind of a retro throwback to the 70s, which this color scheme is based on that just because I headcanon personally that Ghost Rider died in the 70s and, you know, Sydney, meanwhile, died in the 50s. So with his gray tone palette and with Ghost Rider having that very odd purple that kind of strikes with him, I kind of figure, you know, why not have a little, why not have like a
Doughboy
little bit
says,
of a goofy
Eartha
palette?
Kitt is amazing. God rest her soul.
She was amazing. Oh my gosh.
Like that face. Whatever.
No, I wouldn't. But now I did because you said it. We have some fun over here. I wish you guys could join my family. We are a bunch of weird peeps and I love us. Yeah, if you guys want, I kid you not, again, if you guys ever want to send me fan art or anything, I am never going to be upset by that. That is the hugest compliment ever in the whole wide world. So I would never say, no, don't send me fan art. Just saying. Putting that out there.
Doughboy says, I have officially played Mario Odyssey for 270 hours. Holy cow, congratulations. That's what my input is.
Proud. I'm proud, mother.
And he says, I'm gonna send you so much art. Just wait.
I know. I remember you saying you were going to send me like 35 pictures of Sydney or something nuts. And I was like, what?
Donut Cake 77 says, I just want to see a Star versus scene where Ludo is banging on a door for help while scary angry Star is coming after him.
Oh, no. That sounds pretty funny, actually. It shouldn't, but it is.
You're really good with the coloring.
Thank you.
PJ.
What's funny is I don't really I don't color that often, but I'm trying to get more about it.
Osmond. It says his nickname is Cute,
Cute
Boy
Boy
Osmond.
That's precious. Sophia is looking up the Ruby wiki
Doughboy says,
right now.
It's a gaming masterpiece, you guys. Best 3D Mario.
I believe it. Okay, yeah, I like his color palette. He was fun. Him small and cute.
Donut Cake 77 says, to be honest, Stars being a scary beep is a prime aesthetic. They didn't actually cuss, that's what they said.
Oops.
Doughboy said, I wish I could buy you Prismas, the best colored pencils on the market.
Hey, you know what? Even if you just send me these, I am all about that. I kid you not. I'm not picky about my colored pencils as long as they function. As long as they function and I can color with them. Oh yeah. Also, I'm definitely not eating it right now. 100%. You can't prove nothing. He's my child.
A little tuft of hair.
Dude, the Rooster Teeth crew is great.
No.
Their animation department is top notch. This might be the most
really pretty.
vocal activity I've had in any of my streams for a long time.
Oh, hey, did anyone notice that Mercury has silver eyes, or are they gray? Mercury.
These are more of a dirty gray, but that is just fine.
Well, at least we can watch the new episode tomorrow.
Yeah.
That'd be good. I've been waiting.
Stealing from the elderly.
I know. I've been waiting.
That
I'm
sounds
like, I
fun.
want to see it.
Yeah, it's gray, not silver.
May I ask how many people who are following this have actually watched any Ruby? Hey, Shy Turtle joined. Hello,
Hi, Shy Turtle.
Hello,
Yeah.
Hello, Maria. I am currently narrating comments.
We're talking to Rhea across the house.
Ha! Awesome.
Doughboy says, you remember CN City? And Shy Turtle says, hey guys.
Hey, guys. Hey, guys. That's cute. I had to bring out this collar. Just a little
Omar
bit.
235684 joined.
Done. Team's
Hi.
done.
Thank you for joining. People who can do graphic design in Illustrator are like the blessing that we need in this world, because I am not one of them. I can do it in Photoshop, I just can't do it in Illustrator.
Hey, who's your favorite of Team Ruby?
Probably Weiss at this
Really?
point. Just because, like, I used to hate her, but now
Yeah,
I
me
get
too.
her. Now I understand her better, and I'm like,
She's
hey,
a lot
you know
nicer
what?
because she actually became friends with me.
Yeah, and she needed to
Ruby
grow a
is
little bit.
probably weird. Ruby's voice was
Yeah.
annoying to me, like
Oh,
the first
Lindsay.
season, and then I got used to it.
Donut Cake 77 says, also I love the idea of Tom pranking Star and she shows up behind him all angry while he's bragging to his demon friends. Omar
Wait, Neil's full name
235684
is
says,
Neil
hello,
Polo-
like your drawings a lot.
Hey, Neil's
Say
full
again?
name is Neil.
Like your
Polo?
drawings or not? Aw, thank you.
Huh. Oh, Neil, she's wearing a hat.
Don't
I'm
get
not
emotional now.
okay with that.
She's wearing his hat.
I mean, I still don't like who he was, but he
was
was a good villain.
bad guy.
He was a good
He was
villain.
hilarious. Hello, Red. Isn't it past your bedtime?
Shut up.
I liked him. He was like my favorite
These
bad
kids just keep getting weird.
Right?
Penny.
Penny, though.
Wow. Hey,
I am
since she's a
combat
robot-
ready.
Since she's a robot,
They
does
should
she have,
rebuild
like-
her.
Yeah.
Her
Does she
head,
have an AI chip? Because her head was.
her head was
attacked?
undamaged.
Yeah, her head wasn't damaged. I would hope. Like, they should just be
and
able to
then they put it in a
retransfer.
different-
It'd probably
I
take
really
like a
hope so.
Widowmaker from Overwatch
So
to
I'm
like
not that worried
snipe
about
the memory
Penny,
card
because
kind
they
of
should be
thing,
able to
but
put
it
they
in.
didn't do
Yeah.
that.
No, they
It's
didn't.
Kira
She
that-
should be fine.
I would hope so. I
How
want
they
Penny
rebuild her
back.
soon. I am combat ready.
She was so cute.
Look at Neil though.
Neo
Let's
is so
talk.
great.
You called me
Alright.
friend. Are we really friends? Sure,
Sure,
I guess.
I guess. That was cute.
I thought it was so sad that she was wearing his hat.
I'm honestly disappointed she didn't murder Cinder.
I know, but I like the fact that now they're gonna have this horrible team up.
Didn't stay
Let's
dead.
talk.
I know. I was like, I kind of actually sort of wanted that, but maybe she's she's gonna be reformed later. We don't know. Aw, no.
Fine for now.
My small cousins need to leave. I don't like this.
Donut Cake 77. Remember that Loud House scene where Lily sends weird pictures of Lori online as payback for breaking her toy phone?
That's hilarious.
Also, no, I am currently infused into the phone. That should take me about 2 minutes.
So cute.
Oh, I know the tiny gavel.
Oh my gosh.
It's
I love it.
Doughboy says it's insane that someone who was born when I was 6 is now in middle school. I'm getting old.
It's the name of Nora's hammer.
Omar 235684. Who are you drawing between? Also, I am using my backup account as if right now like your old drawing of Danny Phantom.
What? Who you drawing between? I'm drawing a fusion character of
Nora, just
Sidney
put him with
Poindexter
the hammer.
and Ghost Rider.
Yeah.
Not for my series, but it's just
Her
like
hammer's name is Monhill.
it was fun, and I wanted to test myself. He's a nervous boy. Doesn't want anyone to know that he exists ever.
He's an adorable boy.
I know. He's my four-eyed freak, and I love him. I want
Donut Cake
nothing but to
77
give
says
him
we
love.
never got a scene of Shulker and Ember making out behind a door that's accidentally opened.
I know, right? Like, there was no lead up to their relationship. It made no sense. And then they, like, suddenly they're together. I'm like, excuse me, where was that build up? But yes, there was
This must be my job interview.
There was no build up to their relationship. It drives me
Maybe
nuts.
she told him to go nap.
It's time for me to go to bed. I really should pass out. I mean, I yes, I'm gonna finish those. My cousin brought me ham rolls.
That Granny made. I'm still an older kid. No. Mom was talking to me when she said it, and she said that includes you. Lydia. Calm myself. I don't have to get in bed yet. I'll be ready for bed.
I got a good night kiss. That's awesome.
I'm not going to bed yet.
Okay, good. I'm sure it's gonna be.
Technically, your bedtime is like 9 o'clock. So.
Mm-hmm. Get some sleep. I just wanted to see Sam punch Paulina through a wall as payback for being mean to Danny. Right? Okay, but can she do that with the ghost gauntlets just for fun? Not because Paulina's a ghost, but that'd be pretty great.
Doughboy says also go to bed.
I know my
They're
eyes are
talking
tired
to
too.
Natalie.
Yeah, my eyes are real tired. I know. I want to finish this. I can finish this, and then I'll turn in.
I'm built into the phone now.
I'm built into the phone now.
Omar 235684 says also, alright, got to go. Good luck on everything and wish you the best.
Aw, thank you, dude. I appreciate it. If ever you pop in next time, hit me up. I'm still taking commissions, so tell your friends, tell anybody who's looking for stuff. I can help. I love the fact that even though in the show the eyes are always like perfectly rounded, except for characters like Spectra or Ghost Rider, who actually has more oval eyes, if you notice. Aside from like those rare exceptions, everyone else has like perfect circular eyes, and it always bothered me so much.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah. So when Public Enemies was released, and they had like the slightly different animation style that the animators had worked on, the bubbly one where nothing was perfectly symmetrical, fans actually rejoiced, and that is considered the favorite art style now.
Wow.
So, you know, Butch can stick it right up his butt.
Donut Cake 77 says, why did it feel like Spectra was coming on to Danny when he was in her office getting therapy?
Was she not coming on to him? I always thought that added an element of super creepiness to her character.
Annie says, because your tone was creepy as heck.
Right? I always thought that made her even creepier as a villain, so I was like, if she's coming on to a 14-year-old,
frank.
that's terrifying. Like, what's scarier than that, really?
Annie says, I spent so long trying to figure out how to expand on Spectra's character for my AU, and let me tell you, it is impossible.
Oh, I know, right? Like, she's only evil. There's no good side to her anywhere.
Doverboy says, good night, everybody.
Good night.
And he says, good night.
You be good, Doverboy. I won't know if you're good or not, but I trust that you'll be good. Like, he has no purpose in my series to be anywhere, but I kind of just love him all the same. And yes, he does have those little
And he
red
says,
eyes.
precious boy. Donut Cake 77 says, pity you have to go. It's fun talking tunes with you.
Aw, yay. Thank you so much. Well, court adjourned. I love you all. Have a great night. I will tune back in on Monday, and I'll let you guys know about a day in advance when the countdown starts, okay? Have a great night, everyone. I love you. Bye-bye.